Someone just like chopping up that grass.
Well, no, so because I'm back. So the reason I'm back home, right, is because I woke up at 8:30, and then my mom was like, "Oh, you're gonna watch the dogs today, right?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, they're just at home. I'm at work." So I was like, "Oh, I guess I like have to go back home now." So I'm just
okay.
5. But no, I have these 2 different neighbors, and they're both dads, and they hate each other like intensely.
Okay.
And they do this thing, like, like the street in front of my house, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
They do this thing where they just like lawnmower like the tiny weeds on the road, and they just do a lawnmower around the block like 2 times, and they both do it, and it's some form of like competition that they do.
Jesus. Well,
so yeah, it's like they're literally
a little odd.
Nothing. It's just the road, and it's like those tiny, they're maybe getting those tiny weeds. I don't know. It's like they've done it for
Hey, listen, I can't wait to be a dad so I can have, beef with other dads, dad stuff. That's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
No, and they're like 2 opposite spectrum, like political spectrum people. So, and they live right next to each other. And then it amplifies, when someone gets like a new fence, it's just like, it's like Ukraine level tension between the 2.
Wait for the neighborhood cookout. I swear to God, Nils.
But no, we don't do those anymore.
We don't do those anymore?
Yeah, we used to do those, but like their rivalry became like so bad. And then there's more drama because like, like with how The View works, everyone gets so fucking like anxious about The View. So like,
of course,
someone plants.
It's a nice view. You got to take care of it.
Well, yeah. But like, so if you decide to like change up your fence or, maybe like put a tree, but it's not going to be like blocking that much. It results in like them going to court about it, like 2 neighbors going to court and like hating each other. So like we're pretty good with all the neighbors, but there's some neighbors where like they just can't get along and they distance themselves. So like there'll be like 2 different 4th of July parties that we'll have to like go to or whatever and everything. So yeah, there's never but it used to be a thing, but it's been so bad now that block parties.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, yeah. And also
should try reviving it.
Well, and also, so another warning is that I like the 2 dogs are right in front of me, and so if there's a dog that passes by the house, this podcast is fucked.
It's gonna be I'm completely fine with it. I appreciate the video of the dogs too. It was very cute.
Oh yeah. So how was your week, Isaac?
It's going all right. It's like it's just finals prep at this point, so enjoying the weekend while I can.
Finals prep? Wait, how many weeks left of school do you have? Like,
technically our like actual classes are already done, but we have like technically 2 makeup days that most people don't do. Yeah. So like I have one actual class period next week, because no one really gives a shit. But so I mean, like I'm basically done, except I have finals and the week after next. So
damn.
Yeah.
Dude, you get out so early. Holy shit. I still have 5 weeks of school left.
Oh my God. Sorry to hear that.
Well, and I also learned that one of the classes I'm taking this quarter was like a fuck up on the like my student planning, and I wasn't supposed to take it, but I'm so far in it now that like it'd be dumb to drop out. So I'm just of a class. So I'm
sorry to hear that, Nils. At least you'll still get credit for it, so that's good.
Yeah. So, but no, yeah. So
work with what you get, Nils.
Yeah. Well, and I also, speaking of classes, I learned that I'm actually a junior now.
Congratulations. Yeah, wow.
Because I had so many credits because I finally declared my major, right? And then my advisor was like, what the fuck? You're a junior. You have like the credits for the junior. And then she's like, you're graduating next year, right? And I was like, what? And she's like,
damn, that's insane. Okay. Yeah,
so she's like, you're gonna be in the commencement ceremony next year.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, congratulations. Oh my God.
I'm already over halfway of like college. Like, so
what the hell?
Well,
How'd you get so many credits?
well, it's also misleading because I still will have to take classes like our senior year, right?
Okay.
But I just take like a couple of classes fall quarter, and then that's it. So Seattle use like policy or whatever, because it's such like a low amount of credits for the year after that they're like, we're just gonna put you in the year before like graduation ceremony.
Oh, that's fucked. What?
Yeah, so it's like I'm gonna graduate. I'm like, yeah, and then I still have to take 1 quarter of classes.
Have you put class of 2023 in your bio yet?
I know I put junior now so that I could get more jobs. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But
oh my god, congratulations. That's so fun.
I don't know. That was probably my biggest like what the fuck highlight of the week was probably that. So
yeah, jeez.
Yeah, otherwise it would have just been a boring session of me being like, I'm doing finance. That's my major.
Yeah.
So
I still gotta declare shit. Thanks for reminding me. Let me write this down actually.
You're gonna do econ, right? Are you double majoring still?
Yeah, I'm doing econ and psych. Jesus. Hold on. I gotta declare a major.
You gotta do like because your class registration is gonna be soon too, right?
I already had class registration, so I'm all set for next fall. Yeah, that was. Oh, that sucked. I woke up like because I thought I had more credits than I did, so I woke up on like Wednesday, but my registration wasn't until Thursday, so I just woke up like 3 hours early for no reason. It sucked. It was a terrible experience, and then I had to do it again. But yeah.
No, because the only reason I declared my major was like because I had so many credits.
Yeah, of course.
Then it like on my next year, like do you have like a thing where it's just like, wow, this is really entertaining, but it's basically like it plans out all your classes for the year, and for mine it would be like major elective, major elective, major elective, just depending on your major, right? And so like it was still major elective for my like this upcoming fall quarter. So it's like, oh shit, I have to like declare my major now, I guess. Cause like I can't just do generic major elective. So I was like, all right, I guess I'll just do finance because it makes money.
All right. Congratulations. You're a finance bro, like officially.
Oh, here comes a lawnmower. Dude, you're not lying.
You're gonna wear like button up, like checkered button ups and vests all the time. It's gonna be great, Nils.
Oh, the checkered and then the vest, dude. There's literally that was like the one guy that was in my like intro finance class. It's already like in a firm, and then that was where he did like the stock trading game, right? And this dude had like 300 trades in his fucking thing, and he
did he make money?
No, he lost. He was like second to last. That was
that's hilarious. That's the best thing I've ever heard. That's so accurate, though. That sounds so accurate.
You got the check like flannel, and then it's like the vest or whatever, tight pants. God, I'm gonna rail on it, dude, because like he was like really, we were like cool in class, and then as soon as class ended, he just like didn't even know me. Like I would like, oh hey,
what a bitch.
I know. I was like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, why are you going to a small school? Then if you're literally just gonna disconnect with anyone the moment like our class is over. But
yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Really do be like that.
But yeah, so speaking of I can't fucking transition. But so
speaking of teeth.
Yeah, I was like, speaking of like the Rock fucking teeth. I that was the hardest I could.
We'll work on the transitions, but I think we're fine.
So as we watched not The Tooth Fairy, because I realized when you search The Tooth Fairy, there's like a bunch of horror movies that show up. Which I know this and interesting. But no, Tooth Fairy starring The Rock. So although I realized what we probably should do is before we talk, we probably should do like a plot synopsis or read one, because that probably like I realized we didn't do that for Ambulance or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, Ambulance.
All right, that's a good point. Yeah.
Hold on, I'll
Ambulance. God, Will's a bitch. Fuck, I hate that guy.
How come when you search Tooth Fairy, right? You see, it's like a kid's drawing. That's a Google suggestion. It's just like a generic. I don't know why that's the thing.
I want to see that Wikipedia page. Hold on.
Let me see. Okay.
Origins, maybe? Nope, not there. Where is this image on the wiki?
I don't, dude. I'm.
It's lost. It's lost knowledge. Okay.
All right.
It's just lost. Anyway, do you want to do the synopsis?
Sure. It's kind of
all right. Go for it.
I don't know why Google really. All right. This is a little bit long, but here we go. Rough and tumble hockey player Derek Thompson is a terror on the ice, earning the nickname Tooth Fairy by separating opposing players from their choppers. When Derek dashes the dreams of a young fan, he's quickly sentenced to serve time as a real Tooth Fairy, complete with wings and magic wand. Though he can't handle the tooth at first, Derek's new job helps him to slowly rediscover the dreams that he gave up long ago. So Isaac, well, what do you think? What did you think of Tooth Fairy? Wait, really quick, have you seen this movie before?
Before this? No, I hadn't.
Okay, same. Because I thought I did, but I was mixing this movie up with The Game Plan, which is the same where
right.
The Rock is a football player and there's another little girl in the cover. But anyway,
it's the other Rock movie, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think of this?
You know, I have a lot of talking points. But I will say I thought, you know, I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd, which, depending on how you view it, like for me that's above average. I think average is 2.5 because it's literally 50%. I thought it was above average. I thought it was a cute movie at points, you know? I thought it was nice. Seeing The Rock with hair was really weird, but yeah, a welcome surprise. I thought it was a cute movie, and like obviously, listen, it's like Nils, we're watching we're watching and then critiquing a kids movie.
Well, hold on, this is
grown-ass men doing this.
It's a family comedy. All right, this was made as a family comedy. They didn't have fucking Billy Crystal in it and Seth MacFarlane if they weren't going to do a family comedy. But all right, yeah.
Okay, fair. I do want to say, I have so many talking points on this movie.
No, I do too. I don't know where to begin.
First, I do want to start with this. I think it is a crime that they brought Brandon T. Jackson into this film and did not use him besides that one scene when he's learning how to fly. He's the guy from Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that's what. Oh, wait. Am I wrong? Is he also the guy in Percy Jackson? Like the best friend character? Am I racist?
I never saw that. I'm sorry. I never saw Percy Jackson.
Well, dude, I didn't realize that.
I cannot believe they dragged him into this film and said, "Yeah, you're gonna be in one scene and you're gonna teach The Rock how to fly."
Let's bring the booty juice guy into our.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, he's only in that one scene. Damn. Okay.
That was a good experience, though. That was a welcome surprise.
Okay, really quick. I think we probably think this movie very differently because did you see my Letterboxd rating to this?
I saw the rating. I didn't see the review.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to wait.
I gave this 1.5 stars. I thought this movie was fucking bad, but
okay.
But that's interesting though. I mean, because you know me, right? It's like, you know how I'm always like, man, I miss the 2000s or like 2000s. It's always that like irrational, like, man,
nostalgia,
fuck the world we live in. Like, I would just want to go back. This made me not want to go back. That's how bad I was like, holy shit, I don't miss this anymore. It made me unnostalgic, which that is a very hard task to do for someone like me who's as irrational about that. Because I'll go into one because like this movie is the most like cliched, like, which is fine-ish.
Yeah.
But it's the most like cliched, like early 2010s family comedy. And I think the biggest, but it's not like the most obvious one, is in like the score. Like these like 2000s family comedies would all have like a big band, like going back with like all the jokes. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but it's just like,
no, I think
like shit. Like they just don't do that anymore. Where it's just like, oh, the rock falls, and then it's just like a bunch of like trumpets, like or whatever. Like I was like, holy shit, I forgot this went away, and I hated it so much.
Yeah, we know why it went away. Yeah.
So, but but there's so much in this movie. I'm trying to okay.
They
Oh
really
yeah, I
do
wanna,
pack a lot into that 1 hour 40 minute.
dude.
They pack a lot into it.
Well, I was watching this with Leah, and she's like, this is like kind of almost like 2 hours, right? And I was like, oh, but I will say, because I'm probably not going to be that nice in the movie this podcast. I will say this movie
really?
went by very quickly. I was,
Yeah.
I like, holy shit, for an hour and 40 that just went by, just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna talk about this also, where speaking of like 2000s family comedies, did you notice, maybe it's just me, was this not like kind of a ripoff of Elf? Because hear me out, right? They're both taking like, well, one, they're both like these family comedies where it has like this like family melodrama where like the main character, yeah. But anyways, the main, like, where the main premise is like, let's take like a kid's like, American belief structure, like Christmas with Santa for Elf.
Whoa,
right?
did you just say Santa's not real? Huh?
Fuck, and the podcast now. No. But so like so then it's like, oh, let's do that. Elf, right? And it's like, let's explore the world of Christmas. And then someone was like, okay, let's do the same thing, but explore the world of tooth fairies. And it's like, I don't know how, it's just interesting, because then I don't think any more like creative thought went into it past like, let's put The Rock in a like tooth fairy pink outfit, right? Like tooth fairy outfit, put in the trailers, it's gonna sell. I think that was like, because it's like, oh, you got Will Ferrell, Elf, and then you got Rock, tooth fairy.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. I think that I don't think it's like a straight ripoff, but I obviously there are similar elements. Like for example, like if Rock had just started out as it wasn't like the same plot, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So like generally speaking, bringing like I guess you could call it mythology, kind of fairy tales. If you're like bringing that into interact with the real world, I guess I can see where you're coming from. So yeah, makes sense.
Well, and then one plot point they tried to steal, but they just never expanded on it. Remember when the like tooth fairy grandma, whatever her name is. Remember, it's just randomly she's like, but the kids don't believe in us anymore or whatever, and it's like,
okay,
hurt the system. It's like, dude, that's literally fucking Elf. That's literally what Buddy was meant to do, and then they just kind of like randomly put that in there, that scene in there, and then it just kind of didn't matter at all.
Okay, that's fair, but hear me out. I see where you're coming from, but they did make a Tooth Fairy 2 with Larry the Cable Guy.
I saw that. I didn't see the movie, but I saw that on Google.
I hope you didn't see the movie. Jeez. But yeah, so I just remember Larry the Cable Guy wasn't an elf, so I don't know if that argument computes.
Well, and then this is my last critique of the world building, because it fucking sucks. Okay. Well, and
I agree. The world building sucks. I have so much to talk on here when you're done, Nils.
And I think we're gonna agree on this. And this is what single-handedly like ruined like the creative atmosphere of this film. The fucking amnesia dust is the laziest writing you could possibly do. It's so bad. They're so inconsistent with the rules. Like, I'll slow down here, but like,
no, of course.
And especially if you haven't seen the movie, I'll describe it. But like, basically, they're just like, oh, because the tooth fairies have all these tools, right? And then one of them is amnesia dust, where you like throw the dust on someone and it's like fucking Men in Black and they forget it, right?
Yeah.
But and I haven't seen Men in
Black.
the name. So, but like, so the establishing scene, right, is with like Billy Crystal and The Rock, and he's like, oh yeah, that's how it works. And then he throws it, and then he's like, what works? This. And then he does that scene like 3 fucking times in a row, throwing the amnesia dust. So it establishes, right, that like the amnesia works what? Within like it's like a 4-second gap.
Yeah, with that little pinch, yeah.
Yeah. And then like it just goes crazy, like goes nuts, where then like you have the fucking when they're in the hockey stadium and he's like shooting amnesia dust, where The Rock was standing there for a whole minute or whatever, just with the wings. And that part's so stupid too. The amnesia dust literally ruins like the main like emotional stakes of the movie of Rock having to like hide his like identity of being a fucking tooth fairy. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
all right,
and then,
hear me out.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, continue.
That's the last one, because you can make fun of it. I could spend a whole hour like making fun of each amnesia dust scene, and it's also just so lazy. Like, how are we gonna like make them forget? It's like amnesia dust. Ooh. But then is bad. The worst part is the ending. It makes no sense when he's going to the family, because they're like inconsistent. Like, so the girl knows, which is fine, but then he like throws it on the boy, but like, so the boy's gonna forget that he's a tooth fairy, but he'll remember the pep talk he gave, which it's like, wait, so you get to choose what they forget. And then like the mom, I was like, what? And then they do and this is the last part, is how like The Rock learns like, oh, to stop like being like, he learns to like try, right, and shit, and you know, score, you know, but
to not be a bad person. Yeah,
but they like amnesia him, so it's like, does he forget the whole lesson of the movie he's learned, you know? Why,
but
like,
the daughter remembers.
Do that, just make him a tooth fairy for like his life. I like, it would be so easy for him just to be like, oh yeah, you know what, I like this, or like, you didn't have to amnesia him of his whole journey, rendering it useless. Because then as soon as that kid's guitar solo is done, he's probably just gonna do that same thing. He's like, you know, it was good, but there's probably a 12-year-old that's fucking playing Through the Fire and Flames right now, or something like that. Sorry, I know I just talked like a shit ton, but I like.
No, you made good points.
Yes.
Don't apologize. Yeah, no. All right, Nils, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate you right now, because in my opinion, I think amnesia dust was like the funniest thing in the entire movie. All right, Nils, that first scene where he's like, this is amnesia dust, and he's like, what does that do? And he just does that for like 30 seconds. I could have watched like 2, that could have been the entire movie, and I would have given it like 4. I would give it like 4 stars. That could have gone on forever. But like, I will agree with you, because the real discrepancy is like, oh yeah, it's you know, it's the amount that you use is how severe the amnesia is, which is cool. But it's like, you know, the pinches are like 4 or 5 seconds, and then when The Rock goes in and destroys a family, he gives them like handfuls, and they like forget who they are. So they're fucked. We're not gonna talk about that ruined family, because they don't know each other anymore. But basically, like you were saying, in the stadium, he gets out like basically the equivalent of a flamethrower, but for amnesia dust. Those people aren't gonna remember who they are. They're not gonna remember, you know, their childhoods. Those people are gone. Yeah, and also the thing is, like, the thing that really pissed me off here is like, you know, at the end of the movie, oh my god, he made it back to the NHL. But like, no one remembered him scoring. Exactly. No one remembered him playing well. It's so bad. I don't like. I'll admit, yeah, that pissed me off. But I could have watched the original amnesia dust scene for like 2 hours. It was amazing.
I will agree with you when The Rock is like, fuck it, and then he like puts on the pads and he goes bam, 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 and just throws. That was actually really funny. I actually like.
No, it was great. Yeah.
But yeah, they're not gonna remember him scoring, so then it's like, wait, so then it renders. Like, I'm not even one of those guys that's like, oh, you're the plot hole here. I'm like, it's so like.
It just doesn't make sense.
No.
But yeah.
No,
like,
yeah.
I will say. Going back to, you know, the world building, there's a lot to touch on here. Talking about world building, first of all, canonically speaking, leprechauns exist, and they just didn't do shit with that. So that's cool. But like another interesting thing is like looking at the social hierarchy of this, like, you know, fairy and leprechaun. We don't know what other stuff there is, so I'm gonna pretend it's just those two. But like, you know, the fairies, they're looking down upon the leprechauns, and the fairies are mostly British, you know. So my thinking is, for some reason, some British exec was just like, I fucking hate the Irish, so we're just gonna shit on leprechauns the entire film for no reason at all. We're never even gonna show them. But so I'm moderately confident the British don't like the Irish. Don't quote me, but like, you know, and then like also the whole like tooth fairy. I literally have 2 whole ass like sticky notes with lists of stuff for world building. So obviously there's wing discrimination. They cover that in the film, which is interesting. But like the tooth fairy office, it's basically the church. Like, you know, he didn't believe, and then he started spreading disbelief, and they were like, get over here, we're gonna re-educate you. And then so basically going back to amnesia dust, I'm just saying, none of this was confirmed in the movie. It is entirely possible the fairies have a Guantanamo Bay, and like the entire, no, because they have amnesia dust. They can put someone in prison for 1,000 years, they won't remember it.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying, it's up there. They're clearly sick fucks. Also, they had a notice for drinking and flying, which means there was a fairy who drank and flew, because they would not have that warning if they didn't.
Oh, and that's where I'm not going to say that date, but maybe that's where that came in.
I'm just saying, it's possible. It's possible.
Or maybe it was a leprechaun that did it too.
It might have been a leprechaun.
The leprechaun hijacked the tooth fairy's wings, and then so to make the tooth fairy look bad.
We don't know. Yeah. We can't touch that. We can't touch that.
We're not going to specify, but yeah.
Obviously, no. And then the whole aspect of, oh, well, what if I just don't be a tooth fairy? Like, you know, you can tell me to work. I just might not do your, you know, induced labor. There might be a fairy prison for those people. Also, I just want to say, kids are like so mean in this film. Like that kid, like, all right, I get it. He crushed the kid's spirits, but to be fair, the kid was being a little dick. Okay, he was like, oh yeah, you used to be really cool, and I want to be what you used to be, because you're just so much worse now. And it's like, okay, kids fuck.
Like the 5-year-old or the 12-year-old, like the guitar kid or the
no, I hated the guitar kid. I hated Randy.
Wasn't that guitar kid also like a staple, like early 2000s, like 2010s, like family, like angsty sons, the long hair, and then the opening scenes, like him in the room and he's like playing the guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
no, he's definitely up there. But like the kids are just mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. We already went over the fact that he erased the family.
Can I say something? Speaking of the kids, though,
go for
it. I'll give another positive to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The kid is actually, well, until the very end, he is actually playing the correct notes on the guitar.
Really?
Yes, he was actually playing it. So I will give the movie credit that, because I think they also, did you notice this movie was like heavily sponsored by Fender the whole time?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he has all the Fender guitars and there's Fender banners.
They go to the store, yeah.
Yeah, but like, so I think Fender was just like, because the kids had to do his scene, just fucking do whatever. And Fender's like, no, you're gonna fucking learn this Eric Clapton the right fucking way or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Well, and he played everything right, except the very end where like he's like wailing like that solo, right? Where, because realistically, like that solo he's doing, it would be kind of like this type shit with the left hand, but instead this is him. Like the notes aren't changing here, and he's like, it's like,
that makes I know nothing about guitars, so having an expert like you really does help.
Yeah. The only movies in the 2010s that reflected like someone actually playing the guitar right is that and Coco. Mm-hmm. So I'll give it that.
I also do want to mention, this is my last thing. It's not really world building, but Tracy's 6'9" officially. I'm just saying, league bound, 6'9", and you're wasting your talents as a tooth fairy. No, you could get like a good contract from the NBA.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That's right. I only wanted to be a fucking tooth fairy. That was fucking.
Yeah, it was weird, but like, you know, I dig it. He can be like, be a cool tooth fairy, I guess.
I don't know, it's so weird. It's like, I mean, clearly the end, he gets to be the fucking tooth fairy, or he gets wings.
Yeah.
But so is it
Oh.
like tooth fairies are like a caste system or something like that? So he's where
Whatever god there is, they're a sick fuck.
they remember the Gandhi's in this universe too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
That was a funny little callback, and I was like, oh god.
Dude, because Gandhi was in the case where is it cast or case? It's probably cast, right? It's cast.
I actually don't know.
What? Anyways, I know Gandhi was in like the higher middle one because he was able to like be a lawyer in fucking Britain. So
Yeah,
maybe Tracy is Gandhi. British.
man.
And The Rock is the guy that made Pakistan. Boom. Boom.
Man, I really God damn it.
Oh, and speaking of The Rock, I really want to talk about this too.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
So,
please.
and this is
Get hair.
Right. I think we were talking about this, but I've talked about this before. I miss this Rock so much. Pre-Hercules Rock was the best Rock. He was just, and it is weird, like, because the Rock in this movie is nothing the same as like the Rock now, where all the movies he does, he's always the same character, like in all of them. But in this movie, he's just like, I don't know if it's better. I don't think it's probably not better, but it's just weird seeing him actually like act differently.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then also this movie is a perfect god damn, it's fucking loud. It's perfect like oh, what's that? Oh, it's a plane. Whoops. I'll let the plane go by.
Plane?
Yeah. I need to. Okay.
No, yeah, of course.
All right. I think that's better. No, so if you have a friend, right? That's plane. It's so weird. It's like flying.
They know we're doing this. They can't allow it.
It's like in GTA, that jet that like hovers or whatever. It's just doing that. It's just constantly like a bug.
The Hydra. I know that because I spent like $20 real on it.
Yeah,
that lasted me like 5 years though. I'm very proud of it.
God. Did you add GTA Online when it was free, by the way?
No.
Well,
I'm done with that, man. I'm done with that. That period of my life is over.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
How's your yacht?
Oh my dude, I should log back on just to check on my yacht. God, that was the funny thing is like at the time the yacht was like the most expensive thing to have in that game.
Yeah, it was like the most useless.
Yeah, but now I know like probably everyone has a fucking yacht. It's like people own like probably buildings that have like turrets on them now, you know.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So back
to the movie. Back to the movie. Sorry, guys. Nostalgia caught us off guard, you know.
If you have a friend that's like, I kind of want to take steroids, right? Show him this movie, right? The Rock looks hot as hell, nice, like very like good-looking man, right? And then show him like the Rock's current Instagram feed. And I'm not denying the Rock has like an insane body, like crazy. And I don't want to get too much into like body shaming, but he has like the Rock now has like this Joe Rogan like old man steroid face in body, and it's just so like it's just sad because it's not like just like getting old. It's clearly like the steroids, because like I know the Rock is probably still pumping as much steroids as he can right now to retain that movie career.
Yeah, so I'm looking at his Instagram as he's talking about.
See what I mean? Like his like head. Well, I mean,
that man has Botox. That man has Botox.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm confident.
Like, he's gone like paler, and then his lips are just kind of odd now. It's just like, you get what I mean? Where it's just like it's starting. The steroids are starting to kind of like it's just not great anymore.
You know, it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone. Even The Rock. Even The Rock.
Well, it only happens if you're taking fucking like rock level steroids.
I don't know. What would The Rock level steroid be? That's like,
I don't.
that man must be taking like elephant steroids or something.
Well, because it's like all like because now I doubt his body can naturally produce like as much. It barely can produce testosterone.
No,
now
that
it's
man would be,
on
be on life support if he had to go through withdrawal right now. It would be bad.
If The Rock went off steroids for like a month, he would just have like giant tits or whatever. Like, because that's that's what happens. Like, if you stop taking the steroids when you get older, like you just don't produce testosterone anymore. So you're just
of course, yeah.
But anyways, it was just kind of oh god, the mailman's here. Oh please.
The mailman's here. Oh my god. You can introduce our viewers to your dogs.
Oh god. Oh shit. All right. Well, hopefully they don't notice. But yeah, it's just really sad to see because it's just like The Rock looked. I mean, he was still clearly taking steroids at that time, but like he looked so much more healthy then. And
it was the hair, I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, and the hair. Once like I'm not denying that like The Rock. Once again, like that he has a ton of muscle now, but it's just kind of gross. It's just really sad because he's a naturally like I bet he's a naturally good-looking dude too.
Yeah.
And then and speaking of one more like. Because I'm just thinking of like The Rock's physical appearance. Another like classic early 2000s like family comedy trope. This dude is the only person of color in the whole damn movie. They don't show, it's only white people. It's only white people. Am I wrong? Well, like except the guy that does the flying.
No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Let me think. Oh my god.
Like, dude, you have to go out of your way to do that. Like, there's no way it's just like, oh, what, I guess whoever qualified for the job is like, what? There's like no, they're all white except The Rock.
Even then, The Rock's an honorary member of white society, okay? But oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
It's very on theme, like you said. Wow, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, there.
Oh my god. Oh, you're so big. I remember when Thora was just like the size of like, two of my hands.
I know. So tiny. So, but shit. So I mean, yeah, is there's anything left to talk about?
I think we covered our bases.
If there's any. No,
I would say Tracy was the best character. I don't think that's really. I don't think you can argue with that.
His smile was like. I mean, I've seen this actor in a bunch of stuff, but his smile was.
I have no idea who he is.
Oh really?
No idea who that actor is.
I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Looks like my fourth grade teacher. Okay, I have no idea who that is.
You've seen Logan, right?
Yeah.
Remember the guy that's like that one mutant that's like all white and he's like kind of just there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that's.
Was that him?
It's real.
Was
Yeah,
that
that's
him?
him. Yeah, that's.
Oh shit. Okay.
What was his thing? Like, what was his mutant power? Because he just kind of dies and then that's it.
I don't know, man. I don't know any.
Yeah. So
I need to rewatch that movie. That was a good one.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I want to watch Logan again. I want to watch the Wolverine again.
Really?
Oh yeah. I saw that movie like 5 times in theaters when I was,
really?
Yeah. That movie I thought was the dopest shit ever. Cause like that came out like 2013, right? So
maybe 20.
I was like 5th grade. So at that time I was like, yo, Japan's cool as hell. Like ninjas are the dopest thing of all time.
It was a pretty cool movie. No, I won't lie to you. It was a cool movie,
but I know. So then I was like, wait, Wolverine, one of my favorite superheroes in Japan? And so then I just like went to the theater as much as I could to see.
Of course, yeah. As you would. That was 9 years ago. That's insane.
Maybe. Oh yeah, I'm not declaring that as the movie because there's probably other movies, but that could be potential Sticks watch. Like it's like 3 views, it's like who the fuck cares about the Wolverine? But No, yeah.
We'll
Should we?
figure something out.
I mean, unless Isaac, you have any ideas? I mean, oh wait. So really quick. Fuck. What was I gonna say? But yeah. So all right.
Dougal's still available now.
No, fuck Dougal. But yeah. Any closing thoughts? But I think we got Tooth Fairy. So
No, I think we nailed it on the head.
yeah. I mean, for you thought it was more like.
I thought it was cute. You know, it's what you get when you're looking for a family comedy with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and you know, it's cool.
Oh, really quick. The editing was awful, by the way. Like, remember
of the movie? Really? I thought it was all right.
No, remember the fucking cat horn?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
It's a JPEG of them, and then they just drag it up as like. Sorry. All right. I know it's closing thoughts though, but
no, that's a good point. That pissed me off in the credits when he was not in the credits, but like, you know, when the goalie's about to save the shot and they just fucking do that. What the hell?
That was the closing shot of the movie.
Yeah.
How do they?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. But yeah. So for me, I'm gonna be a bit meaner. I
fair
for family comedy.
You know,
this was bad. This is really bad. I even feel like I'm being generous with a 1.5, to be honest. I don't know.
You think it might have been a 1?
Well, if it like felt like it was longer, I would have given it a 1. But it went by so quickly, and I can't say like I was necessarily bored ish. Like, I mean, it's all predictable and shit, but like I can't say I was like flatlining. So I think that's why I probably give it a 1.5. But
definitely fair.
And before we close out, Isaac, do we want to try to brainstorm a movie right now for next week, or should we just?
I mean, I'm down. I don't have anything. Man, I have no plans. I have like all the time in the world. So yeah, I can definitely do this. Let me look on let me check like. I don't want to pay for it. Let me check like Netflix and.
Because we've done Michael Bay, right, and then we've done this. So should we try to do like a more sophisticated movie this time, like a critically?
I mean, we could, or we could just watch Grown Ups, like.
Well, here we go. I think
one of them.
I do think like in a week or two, a couple weeks, we should do that like weekly like host structure.
Okay.
And I guarantee you, when we have Demi on, I feel like he's gonna want to do Grown Ups.
Yeah, no, he will.
Another movie, I don't know how would you feel about although it might be kind of hard to have you heard about The Northman?
I've heard about it, yeah.
If you want, we could do that. Like, I'd be excited to do it.
It looks really good. Yeah.
The only thing is it's in theaters, so it might be kind of hard.
That would be a little bit difficult for my schedule right now.
Okay, then let's not do that then.
Okay. I'm looking through Netflix right now.
All good. Let me look at my watch list.
Don't look up.
No. God.
I'm just gonna list off all the movies you hate. Oh my god. All right, let's think.
Do you want to do Old Boy?
I don't know what that is. I'm down.
Okay, I'm gonna describe it and you're immediately gonna want. So it's like a big cult classic. It's from 2003. Okay. It's a South Korean movie, and it's like a revenge movie, but like it's just insane. Okay. So
I love revenge. No, revenge. That's like the best vibe there is.
And it's also like a partial martial arts movie. Like it has everything. So I think you want to do that then, Old Boy?
No, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, Isaac, this I had a great time.
Yeah, of course. Hey, second official. What is this? Stickscast?
Stickscast. Yeah,
Stickscast. Okay.
Stickscast movie cast.
No.
Who would have thought, Isaac? We up here, episode 2.
No one would have thought. No one would have thought we made it this far. No one.